Welcome everybody to another episode of Rewind the Times. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great New Year so far. I'm really excited about 2024. It's been really good so far. Hopefully, I get some more exciting news. I'm trying to buy a house, and in about 3 days, I'll find out the actual price, and then I'll take it from there. So I'll be going looking for bank loans and stuff. So I'm very excited about that. So please, fingers crossed, and send any good vibes to me. Okay, so this video is very, very special to me. As everyone that knows my channel knows that I love the DC. I love DC in general. I mean, you look at my wall behind me, and you can clearly see Michael Keaton's my favorite Batman. I love Batman Beyond. I love everything DC. Except for one thing, and I'll get to that. I'm a huge fan of the dceu. 2023 was supposed to be this great magical year with all these DC movies coming, 4 of them total, and unfortunately they all did not good at the box office. And because my personal opinion is I think because of what James Gunn did. So James Gunn is coming in and he's pretty much taken over DC, and he's putting it on a different path. He's starting over, keeping what he wants to keep and getting rid of everything. He made a few comments saying that he's going to get rid of what doesn't work and and keep what does work. Well, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like he's keeping what he wants and if you're friends with him or if you're affiliated with him, that's what it feels like. Because there's some choices he's making I disagree with completely. And then I'm hearing, about a lot of things that are coming out. How Ben Affleck was ready to go, keep going forward. Continue playing the Batman. Obviously, we know Henry Cavill was on board to keep playing Superman. Gal Gadot, she wanted Wonder Woman 3. She was all systems go for that. Ezra Miller, even though he did his stuff, he was still the Flash, and so this is kind of sad, man. We don't know what's going on with Jason Momoa playing Aquaman. We don't know if he's staying as Aquaman or he's going to be Lobo in the DCU. But we did know that. Tell you now, Jason Momoa, say whatever you want. Jason Momoa, he made Aquaman cool. Aquaman was this kind of, not insulting anybody, but kind of this girly character. And Zack Snyder made Aquaman look fucking awesome. So I loved the DCU. I'm gonna miss it. There's a total of 15 movies because I am not counting the Justice League. I'm not counting that at all. And I was excited with each movie that was coming out. There's a lot of what if with this DCU, and that's the part that I hate. I in general I hate saying what if just in life. So to take something that I love and to say what if, it just drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely crazy. And the DCU, as much as I loved it, it did drive me crazy because it didn't seem like there was any direction. And if it just had direction, that's what will forever kill me. I love the cast of characters. I wouldn't change any of them, and I'm being dead honest with that. I love the characters, the actors and actresses that portrayed these characters. I think they did an amazing job. They just needed better storylines, and they just needed they needed Kevin Feige. They needed someone to grab them and know their stuff and go forward. And as much as everyone's saying that about James Gunn, it doesn't feel that way. James Gunn is a very how can I say this? Like I don't like a lot of the jokes that he does. He makes it very jokey. I like a serious tone, even though one of my favorite Batmans is Adam West, the campy from the 1960s. But that's different. Because that Batman represented that time and era. But I do like kind of a darker Batman. That's why I thought Ben Affleck's Batman was awesome. It was Frank Miller's version of Batman, which was just incredible. And Ben knocked it out of the park. I'm not on board for Gunn. He takes everything and makes it a joke. A lot of profanity, a lot of childish, immature shit. That's not what I want in my comic books. A part of me wants to see it succeed because I love DC, but a part of me wants me to fail because I want it to go, see, you shouldn't have changed that. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did this. And a part of me feels like he didn't need to do what he did the way he did it, because it's almost like, hey, go see this movie. It's a DC movie. Go see it. It's a great movie, but by the way, it means nothing. It means nothing in the future. It's a great movie, The Flash, one of the greatest movies of all time, and by the way, it means nothing. It just, I don't understand. I will never understand. So, tell you now, if you're head of DC Studios and you're about DC Studios, you seem like you care more, and I understand he put a lot of heart and soul in Guardians of the Galaxy. I get it. But it just seemed like you're running DC now, and you should have made DC your number one priority. And it just seems like you want. It doesn't feel like that to me. It feels like Gunn's having a sleepover, and he's only inviting his friends. I don't know. It just feels weird, man. But anyways, this is my top 15, my final ranking of the DCEU, and I hope one day. What is it? Mr. DeLuca and Pam Abby and Mike DeLuca. I hope one day that we can go back and get these characters, maybe in the Infinite Crisis or Crisis Earth, maybe something in some sort of multiverse. We can get these people back and to play these roles again, and maybe continue this DCU at some point in the future. I know it sounds like a wild idea, but you can never say never in this industry, and you can never say never in life. So I hope and pray that I get to see Rock play Black Adam again, or Henry Cavill Superman. I hope I get to see this. So this is my final ranking. There's 15 movies. I'm going to start off with number 15, and that is Shazam 2. Shazam Fury of the Gods. Good movie. Liked it. Didn't like the sisters. I thought Black Adam should have been the villain. Rock, you really missed the ball with this one. This is what I mean about how, what if? It made no sense that we actually have a Black Adam and he doesn't meet his greatest villain. Just, you know what I mean? It just makes no sense. Shazam and Black Adam should have crossed heads. Instead, we have 3 movies made total. 1 Black Adam, 2 Shazams. And all we have is a mention or a graphic picture of The Rock. The Rock's Black Adam and Shazam 1. Never understand that, but my ranking number 15 is Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. Number 14 is Wonder Woman 1984. Like the movie, it's not bad. Just never understood how she's looking at this guy and seeing her ex-boyfriend. That part just never sat right with me. Pedro Pascal was in the movie. He was really good. Cheater, I liked her. Little corny looking, but I liked her. Gal Gadot always brought it. She's an amazing Wonder Woman. She'll always be my Wonder Woman. But Wonder Woman 1984, just never liked that. Never liked the whole idea of bringing Chris Pine back, as Wonder Woman's. I forget his name. Just that whole part was weird to me. So number 14 is Wonder Woman 1984. Number 13 is Suicide Squad 2, The Suicide Squad, James Gunn's. There's parts of it that I do like. I like Starro. But there are parts of it that I do like. And the thing about James Gunn that I do like about him, I'll say this. This is the one thing I do like. He takes these really odd superheroes and he makes them seem important. See, James is someone that I don't want running DC, but I want him to be part of DC. If that makes any sense. Like, I think he could do a good Kite Man movie, or Booster Gold, or The Spectrum, Firestorm, something like that. These oddball, different, not main characters, and he does an amazing job with that. But to give him like a Superman or a Batman, I just don't want to see that from him. And we'll see with the Superman Legacy. I don't know. We'll hope so. It better be one hell of a movie, I'll tell you that, man. Because Man of Steel was one of the best Supermans ever. It's almost better than Christopher Reeves, and I dare say that. But I'm going to get some hate for that, but I really do believe that. It's right up there. It's that close to being almost just as better than... it was just an amazing movie. So Suicide Squad 2 is good. I like John Cena as Peacemaker, Ratcatcher, Dotman. Like, I like stuff like that because he takes these really weird characters and makes them important. But at the end of the day, didn't really. It wasn't like, yeah. It was like, okay. I didn't even go to the movies to see it. I saw it at HBO Max, or Max, whatever it's called. So number 12 is Aquaman 2: The Lost Kingdom. It was, like I said, man. I like all these movies. It was I really like that they gave Patrick Wilson something more to do in this movie. Not that they didn't give him something to do in the first one, but I like the whole buddy cop thing. I like it. Black Manta was, he was awesome in this movie. Kind of towards the end, a little bit, he kind of lost a little bit of that fierceness that I liked, that ruthless that he just wanted to like kill Aquaman of all time. Just wanted to kill him. and kind of at the end, a little soft, but I thought it was a really good movie. I love the world that James Bond builds. James Bond always builds an amazing world, and I liked it. It might be that one of the second highest grossing movies right now, since Gunn has come out. Black Adam has made 393 million, I think, right now. Aquaman 2 is at 300 million, so I don't know if it's gonna reach that 393, but it's definitely succeeded the other three movies before that this year. So yes, so number 12 is Aquaman 2. Hold on one second. Number 10. Number 10 is Shazam 1. The first Shazam. I like the first Shazam. It was a very, very good movie. Zachary Levi was awesome in that. I like Zachary Levi's portrayal of Shazam. I've always liked it. Still like it. Little goofy at times, but you give a kid powers, what do you expect's gonna happen? So but the first Shazam, a lot of people really like that a lot. I do like it, and it is number 10 on my list. Number 9 is the first Suicide Squad. That was a really good movie, man. Once again, man, I love the different types of characters in that. Liked it. I would love to see David Ayer's cut. I would love to see the difference between David Ayer's cut and the original cut, the one that we got. I would love to see that, and I'm hoping and pushing that we do get to see it. Harley Quinn, obviously, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn was still the show in that. Joe Kilman's Rick Flag those are two that always stand out for me. Even though Will Smith's Deathstroke was really good in that too. Not Deathstroke. Oh God, I can't think of his name. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Harley Quinn always stands out. Beautiful. She looks just like Harley Quinn to me. So, and I like Leto's Joker in that. I really do. It's different. It's like a new age type of Joker. So, number 8 is Wonder Woman, the first one. This is gonna be a lot higher than a lot of other people. It's right where I think it should be for me. Like I said, I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Yeah, I mean, not much to say. It's a great movie. I mean, it really is. It's a great movie. But yeah, just not much to say. It's just it's number 8 on my list. Number 7 is Blue Beetle. Love. I love all these movies. I say that all the time. Love this movie. Dola Marawale as Jamie Reyes as Blue Beetle. I'll tell you now, the budget was not this big giant budget, and it was a movie that was not even supposed to be in the theaters. And it did surpass what its budget. I don't consider this movie a flop. Carpax, the Instructional Man, the guy who played him, I can't think of the actor's name, Raul something. He did an amazing job. I'll tell you now, those costumes for not being CGI and being actual practical, and that's what I love about this movie. The soundtrack has a nice 80s synth beat to it. Just loved it. George Lopez playing cousin Rudy. Stole the show. Nana is awesome in the movie. Great movie. He is someone that I am glad that is staying on in the DCU. And I would love to see, one of my dream castings is I'd love to see Zac Efron play Booster Gold, and I would love to see Adola Marawale as Blue Beetle and Zac Efron as Booster Gold in some sort of movie or show together. Because there's gonna be a Booster Gold show. So I'd love to see that, you know what I mean? So yes, so Blue Beetle is my number 7. Number 6 is the first Aquaman. So this movie is to this date the highest grossing DCEU movie of all of them. Over $1 billion. Started off slow and then just caught legs and ran. Awesome movie. The visuals and the effects in this movie, the underwater scenes. Love William Dafoe's character in that movie. Even Amber Heard for the flack that she gets and what she does off camera. On camera, she was great as Mara. Black Manta, awesome in that movie. Patrick Wilson's obviously Ocean Master, awesome. Great movie. So, yep. So Aquaman number one is number 6 on my list. Number 5, The Flash. This movie, man, I could not wait for this movie to come out. I was so pumped for this movie. It's the last time that we get to see Ben Affleck as Batman. You've got the return of Michael Keaton, my favorite Batman in this movie. This movie should have made way more than it did. The visual effects, people complained about them, didn't really hurt. Didn't bother me at all. But this movie took so long to come out, and it was, I think, so overly hyped. It was almost like told. It's almost like how can I say this? At the time when this movie came out, it felt like Warner Brothers was walking around with the blueprints to a flying car, to this amazing flying car, and they were showing it off for free to everybody at first because they had a lot of free screenings for this movie to build up the hype. The problem is I think they gave out too much free screenings, and then all of a sudden when you seen the movie, you went, well, it's not a flying car. It's a great car. It's an amazing car, but it's not the car that they keep talking about. That's what it felt like. It was just a very, very overhyped movie. It was still a great movie, but to be called one of the best comic book movies of all time, I wouldn't say that. It's definitely in my top 10, 100% in my top 10. And just seeing Keaton back on the big screen brought back so much nostalgia for me, and because Keaton is my favorite. I mean, you basically had 3 Batmans because at the end you had George Clooney. I mean, just if we got Bale, fuck man, I would have passed out in the theaters and we would have had to resuscitate me to bring me back to life because it would have been really cool to see all that. Awesome movie. I mean, think about it, man. I lost both my parents, and if I had the power to go back in time, I probably would have done what Barry did. And it's funny how you go back and we talk about going back in time and changing things, and just changing one thing can alternate so many other things. So, The Flash was just a great movie, and I love watching it. I just absolutely love watching that movie. Get to see Wonder Woman again in it. The beginning is like a little mini Justice League movie, which is so cool, and it's something that us Zack Snyder fans have been dying for since Zack Snyder's Justice League. So to see it, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Movie deserved more. Whether you liked it or not, I think it deserved more, and it's a shame it didn't get more. Love that movie, love it. Flash, number 5 on my list. Number 4, Batman v Superman. Great movie, man. Ben Affleck's Batman and Henry Cavill square off for the first time, man. Just great. You know, like I said, I've always been a big fan of Frank Miller's version of Batman, and Ben Affleck is one of the few actors who portray Batman, but also do an amazing Bruce Wayne. And that's what I love about Ben. You know, some people, like George Clooney is a really good Bruce Wayne, not a good Batman. Keaton is a good Batman and Bruce Wayne. Kilmore, not so much a good Batman, but a very good Bruce Wayne. Ben Affleck did both. He was a good Bruce Wayne and a good Batman. And Henry Cavill, I mean, what can we say about Henry Cavill? Henry Cavill looks like if someone gave me a pen and said, hey, I want you to create who you think Superman is, I would give that pen back and I'd say, you already did. It's Henry Cavill. Like, he looks like Superman. This man looks like when I think of Superman, I don't know what Jesus looks like. You know, we all have images and thoughts of what we think he looks like. You know, and we won't know. You know, like I said, we think. It's the same thing with Henry Cavill. We don't have a definition or 100% idea of what a Superman looks like, but he looks like a Superman, the Superman. So, perfect casting, and then just to see, just to sprinkle in, you know, Wonder Woman there, Gail Goddard's Wonder Woman, and see a little bit of the Flash and a little bit. I just loved it, absolutely loved it. So, my number 4 movie is Batman v Superman. Number 3, my top 3, Man of Steel. Whew. Man of Steel is fucking great. I can put that movie on any day, and I love watching movies on repeat. Ask my girlfriend. I can watch that movie over and over again. It's just a great movie. Introduction to Superman. The visuals in that movie. The way he moves fast and the way they slow it down so you can see it. Just a great movie. Speechless. I mean, speechless. It's the greatest Superman movie that's come out, maybe of all time. Like I said, Christopher Reeve's Superman was up there, and I mean no disrespect to him, But Henry Cavill's Man of Steel. I remember when my brother went to go see that. When he first went to go see that, he told me about this movie, and my brother fell in love with Superman because of that. My brother was never a big Superman fan. But my brother Matt, he's always liked Green Arrow, believe it or not. But when he seen Man of Steel, my brother changed. He's like, Mike, you got to see this movie. It's just amazing. Like it's amazing. And when I seen it, I was blown away. I wish I would have seen it in the theaters. Yeah, I kicked myself in the butt with that one. I didn't see it in the theaters. Just amazing. The first time I ever seen that movie, I was just blown away by it. You know, General Zod. I can't think of the actor that played him. He was so intimidating in that movie. But yeah, Man of Steel. What a almost near perfect movie. Not perfect, but close to it. Number 2. I'm gonna get some slack for this one being so high, but I can't help it. It's my list, and if you don't like it, well, I got 2 words for you, and they are Black Adam. Black Adam. I love this movie. Man, Rock. I love The Rock. I lift weights. I love watching The Rock. I followed The Rock's journey with this. His workout journey with this movie, from the time he worked out to the day of the premiere to this movie. You can tell that out of all the movies Rock's ever made, Rock loved it. He loved playing Teth Adam. And it's a shame because it's probably the movie that he'll probably get the most grief for. And I think it's because Rock really wanted this movie to be good. And it is good. It's a very good movie. Think about it. You took a part-time villain and you turned it into a 2-hour movie. Or an hour-and-a-half movie. And some of the casting choices in this movie are some of the best. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. Just amazing. The guy who plays Aldous Hodge as Hawkman. This movie, you can tell when Rock made this movie. It is a compliment to Zack Snyder and the way that he did Man of Steel, with the tone where it's not silly at all. And Black Adam really does ride that line of anti-hero and villain, and the fighting scenes and the way he moves, like Henry Cavill moved in Man of Steel, Black Adam did it in this. That movie, the soundtrack was just Lord Bard. I can't say. I'm gonna say his name wrong. I know I already messed up, but that soundtrack, the way that movie starts off, you just knew something special was coming, and that movie really was just incredible. I seen it. It is to this day the most times I've ever seen a DC movie in the theaters. I've seen Black Adam 8 or 9 times in the theaters. My son Jeremy, my oldest, saw it with me 4 times, and he'll attest that his dad loved that movie. I still wear the Black Adam workout gear. I got the Black Adam shoes. I got Black Adam stuff coming in. I still pre-ordered stuff and that pre-sale stuff and they're coming in. And then the ending of that movie to tease Black Adam and Henry Cavill. I went to the theaters, like I said, 9 times and seen that. Every time that I went, the theater went nuts. I mean, it didn't matter whether there was 100 people in the crowd or 3 people in the crowd. Everybody went nuts when Henry Cavill came on, and I'll tell you now, people were getting so excited. I'll never forget one of the last times I've ever seen this movie, maybe number 6 or 7. Seen it at Providence Place Mall. We went to a 7:30 show. It was a Tuesday night. It was raining out. Crowd was pretty. I'll tell you right now, for me seeing it 6 or 7 times, the crowd was pretty big. And there was family in front of me. It must have been their first time seeing it. And when Henry Cavill came out of the smoke, they were just going nuts. I was excited because they were excited. I knew what was coming, and they got me excited seeing it again. And it's a shame that we might not ever see this. And that's the biggest what if in the DCEU. Because The Rock really was trying to take it and go in a direction. Whether I don't really care whether you say, oh, Rock was gonna make it as DCU or whatever you want to say. The Rock was listening to the fans more than what James Gunn does, and he was gonna build this world. And man, I was all on board. And then Henry Cavill came out and said, I'm back, and we're gonna do Man of Steel 2, and we're gonna do this. That was the first time in a long, long time it felt like the DCU, the DC was back on top again. Because Marvel was just spanking them. Spanking. I know they're not supposed to be in direct competition with each other, but we all know. And that was the first time in a long time where I was just so, I was like, yep, I'm a DC fan. And not that I didn't wave that flag anyways, but this time I was like, yeah, I was so excited. And then in less than a month it got taken away. And DC has not been the same since. And it sucks. It's almost like Gunn wanted it to fail. So we could say, told you so, told you it needed a reboot. Told you things weren't going good. Well, no, man. If you just fixed it, because you're this great writer, you're this great director, we wouldn't need to be rebooting it. And that's what kills me. It's almost like he needed to be that iceberg to hit that Titanic. Like he needs to be the iceberg to put the crack in the Titanic so it could sink. So he could say, "Hey, told you so. Mine will be better." And that's where I get a little upset with. You know, if he said, "You know what, let's finish this world out. Let's finish Zack Snyder's vision and then go do our thing," that I could see okay. But to leave it the way it is drives me nuts. I have a hard time watching it. Dude, I genuinely have a hard time watching some of these movies because it hurts so much. I know it sounds weird, but I'm just I'm a true diehard fan. That's why. Like physical media, movies, they help me escape away from depression in the real world. I love this stuff, and it sucks. All right, man. So here's my number one. It's no surprise. Probably one of the best or greatest comic book hero movies of all time. Superhero movies of all time. Zack Snyder's Justice League. This movie is so deserving of the 4 hours. This is a movie where when you watch it, you want only more. Like, they just gave you 4 hours. They gave you a dessert. They gave you everything. They gave you dinner, lunch, and you're like, I want more. I want more. This movie, the way it ends with Martian Manhunter, it's a great movie. And to know that Darkseid is on his way coming, Darkseid, whatever it is, it's just perfect. This movie is close to perfect, and I absolutely love this movie. It is my favorite comic book movie of all time. And I need to see the ending of this. I need to see the Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2 and Part 3. I need to see the ending. And how they had the first time and how it was so important for Zack Snyder to have Jared Leto's Joker and Ben Affleck's together on screen was so cool too. I need that nightmare world. Like this world is not finished, and I need to see it completed. And it hurts. It sucks. And there's a lot of fans out there like me that want to see this. So my number one, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Alright, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my list. Tell me your list. Tell me what's your top 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, more content will be coming out. I have a lot more stuff to be doing. So, hey, guys. Happy New Year, man. Remember, man, God first and family. And to the next video. Take care, guys. Peace.